Hi, Rebecca Bishop here, Heart, Energy and Love Coach. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you 6 tips for successful dating. So tip number 1, be in the right energy state. So what I mean by this is not trying to fake it and putting on a false smile, even though you don't want to be there. It's about noticing what you're feeling before you go on a date. So are you feeling scared, or are you feeling apprehensive about going on this date? Or do you feel confident and calm and excited? Are you putting a lot of expectations on the date? Are you thinking, oh, this could be the one? Or are you just going into the date with a curious energy of, I wonder what might happen, and it doesn't really matter if it's not great? Yeah. So the more we put expectations on something, the more disappointed we become, and we can show up in sometimes a bit of a needy energy. I need this to be the date, the person that's going to change the rest of my life. So show up in a place of calm, confident, whatever works for you. Just be you and enjoy the experience, even if quite early on you decide that no, it's not for me. Or, of course, if you decide it's not for you, you can always leave the date early too. It's about honouring your journey. That brings me nicely on to number 2, which is trust your intuition. So our intuition is such a good guidance for us. Now, what I found is when I was closed down emotionally, it was harder for me to trust my intuition. It was always there giving me signals, but I just couldn't hear it because of all this noise in my head. So the more that you work to quieten your voice, in your head, to quieten your thoughts and become aware of your thoughts, the more you come into your heart and you can start listening to your intuition. Now, your intuition will tell you if something feels off. So if you feel that during a date or before maybe having the conversation or the messages with them, and you just feel something's not quite right, it probably is. So always trust your intuition. I know in my case, that was the case for me, but I ignored my intuition because I really, really wanted the relationship to work. There was nothing wrong with the guy from what I could tell. I thought it would be a good relationship, but there was something there niggling away. And sure enough, it did end in a really bad way. And I should have trusted my intuition all along. Now, step number 3 is date and evaluate. If you can see dating as a journey for you to reflect on what you enjoyed about the date, what you didn't enjoy, and to just be open to notice those red flags. Just take those rose-tinted glasses off, then it will save you a lot of heartbreak in the long run. So dating and evaluate is about just checking in with yourself. Like, how do I feel right now during this date? And then after the date, straight after it, how do I feel now? Do I feel joyful? Do I feel excited for what's to come? Or do I feel a little bit flat or a bit, yeah, he's okay? Or do I feel a bit like, I really like him, but yeah, just something not quite there. So this evaluate is about evaluating you. Notice I haven't even mentioned them. It's about evaluating how you feel. So often after a date, what we do is we think, or I know in my case, oh, I wonder what he thought of me. I wonder if he liked me. I wonder if he'll call me again. Do you notice that is all outside of my control? So what I'm doing here with the date and evaluate is saying, well, I want to see him again. How do I feel about him? You're putting it back onto you. And remember, with your intuition in play as well, whatever you're feeling, you're probably right. So the next step is let go of outcome. So very often when we go on a date, especially if we've had good communication with them before it, we have this already in our minds or in our vision of what it might be like, what the future of this person might be like. And so we already have an outcome. I know in my case, sometimes I was running away to the stage of, what it would be like to live with them. And, I'd be thinking about what they did for a living and how that would fit into my life. And also from the other side as well, maybe they've got young children and it's something that you couldn't see fitting into your life. So you're more likely to put a stop to it already, but be open to everything and let go of the outcome. It's a date, that's it. So don't run away with yourself thinking too far ahead. So literally take each step as it comes. Go on a date, let go of the outcome, enjoy it, or discover that you don't enjoy it, you don't want to see them again, and then wait for the next step, and then the next step. This is so important to see it as a journey rather than an outcome. So, of course, this takes patience sometimes. And so the next step is have patience and love you. Sometimes when you're waiting for someone to call or it's just not happening quickly enough, it can make us want to reach out and message them or ring them or force something to happen. But if you're a woman who's naturally in her feminine energy, what you're doing is you're coming into your yang energy and taking the role of a man. And what can happen very often when we do that is the other energy, so the male energy, feels like, oh, feel a bit off because they're not taking the steps forward. And a lot of us women have complained that men don't take enough action. And what's happened is we're taking all the action, so we're not allowing the space for them to do it. This is the polarity of yin and yang. The more we move into the yang energy, the more the man moves into the yin, which means that they're not able to step up into their yang. And when a man is fully in his yang, that's when we feel nurtured, safe, that we can be the waves of emotion that we are and be lovingly held by a pillar of strength. And if you're naturally in your feminine energy, that I believe is deep down what you're really yearning for. So have patience and love you throughout the journey. So if he's not calling, go and do something fun. Take your mind off it. Go and enjoy yourself with friends. Remember how fulfilling your life is without having this relationship in it. And that will open up the energy and he will feel it because everything is energy, including the connections between you. And last but not least, dating tip number 6 is enjoy the journey. So like I said, it is a journey. So the way I see the journey is you go on a date and maybe he'll call you and you go on another date and maybe you're a few months down the line and then it just fizzles out. So that is feedback. Okay, so I attracted him and he was great. So who can I attract next? So it's exciting. And I have this saying that says, if not you, then who? Next. Like we waste sometimes so much time thinking, oh, but I really liked him. And but there's loads of men out there. There's no such thing as the one. And there's no such thing as, your soulmate. There's loads of men out there that are an energetic match to you. Now, I say men, but if it's a same-sex relationship, I'm talking about the male energy aspect of it. And I'm talking to you as the female energy. So just to quick run through of those steps again. Step 1, be in the right energy state. Step 2, trust your intuition. Step 3, self-evaluate. Step 4, let go of outcome. Step 5, have patience and love you. And step 6, enjoy the journey. So my free guide is in the comments below. So just literally click on the link and sign up for the free guide. And there's lots more information in it. Also questions that you can ask yourself to reflect on the journey as well. And if you found this helpful, please love and share the video and also share the link with your single friends so they can benefit from these tips too.